Alright, let's look at the sine wave is what we want to do here. Now, we're basically taking our unit circle. Let's look at 0 degrees. We've come over what? 1 up to a height of none. Right here at 30 degrees or pi over 6, we know we're root 3 over 2, a half. And what we're going to do is the sine is always your second value right here. The first is your cosine. That's your cosine value. And this right here is always your sine value. So we're simply going to plot these sine values. Now, where we're going to concentrate things to just help us, because we know it's going to end up going as a wave. We know it's going to end up going like this as a wave. So the main spots that we're going to sort of plot to get an idea of where things are, we're going to concentrate here 0, up here at pi over 2, which is 90. We'll concentrate here at 180, which is pi radians. And then down here at 270, which is 3 pi over 2. Now, if we look at this spot, notice you've gone over 0, up a height of 1. Here at 180, you've gone over negative 1, up none. And here at 270, or 3 pi over 2 radians, you've gone over none and down to negative 1. So let's just concentrate on these spots instead of worrying about a root 3 over 2 and a half. Technically, we're plotting all of these, but we'll get an idea of the graph just from these 4. So at 0 degrees, or 0 radians, we're doing the sine, which is the second. We're at 0. That's always a key. Cosine will be at 1. Sine always goes through the origin right here, starting off. At 90 degrees, or pi over 2, and again, we're doing the sine, so we want to plot the part 1. So pi over 2 is right here at 1. At 180, which is pi, remember, radians, we're doing again the sine, so it's going to be back at 0. At 3 pi over 2, the sine, which is the second one, is negative 1. So it's down here at negative 1. And then 2 pi, which is back here at the beginning, we're at 0 again. So we can see it goes 0 to 1 to here to here to here. Now it looks like it could be a V, but we know it's not. Same as even notice right here at pi over 6, notice the sine is at a half. So right here, the very beginning, this got 30 degrees, which is a third of the way over. It's already up here at a half. That shows you how it's going like that. And then it comes down and swings like that. And there we have the sine graph. Notice the sine you can notice the sine over the cosine because the sine always starts going through this origin, assuming we haven't shifted anything, which we will learn later. But right now I can always tell my sine graph because it starts right here. All we're doing are plotting the points of this second piece right here because that is your sine. So 0, a half, here root 2 over 2, then here root 3 over 2, then 1, and so forth. That's what we're doing. That's how we get our graph.